Assassin's Creed, you beautiful, beautiful mess of a video game. My name is Indian Raven, and this is the tale of the one I got right after I got broken up with. To quote the title, immediately after I got broken up with. Now, I don't get broken up with a lot, because I don't date a lot, so this one kind of hits a little bit. Which is fitting, because the entire playthrough was a bit of a mess. Like, the entire Tales of the Hunt was just awful. I first picked up Unity back when I was trying to, like, after Syndicate came out, I was trying to avoid this game because of all the terrible, terrible reviews that come out from it. I was like, you know what, I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to play it, I don't want to have to kind of go through that work just to play a bad game. It's not what I want to do, it's not in my top 10 ways of having fun. And it's notorious for its bugs and glitches. So when I first picked it up, I was like, alright, I don't really want to play this, but I played through the story because I'm like, at this point I've played every single Assassin's Creed game except for this one, and Rogue, which I still have to play through all the way. I'm gonna play through all the games. I've loved all the games, and I want to be able to say that I've completed the game. So that's why I originally picked it up. I played through the story. I was like, alright, I'm good. I don't need to play any more of this. I don't care to play any more of this, and so did the game stop. Flash forward to about 6 months ago, and there was a guy on one of my trophy hunting forums, a community, that was like, hey, is anyone hunting for Assassin's Creed Unity? I could really use some help with the game. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying to platinum all the AC games as best I can. Let's get on it. Let's see if I can help the guy. So I was like, okay, guy, it's gonna take a bit. But if you give me like a week or two, I'll play the game and play it through. He said okay. It took me 2 weeks to get the game. Finally got the game. I installed the game. I'm like, hey, are you ready to play? And he goes, actually, dude, I sold the game, uninstalled it. I don't have it anymore. And I was like, I uninstalled the game. I don't have it anymore. I was like, oh, okay. Do you think you could reinstall it and help me out, because now I have this game that I don't really want, and I did do it to kind of try to help you out. So could you possibly help me out? And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. Which, to some extent I get. You don't want to have to play a thing if you don't have to play a thing. I get it. But I was like, okay, so now I have this game that I don't want. Now I have this game that I don't want. I have no desire to actually play this game, but now it's back on my system, so now I have to platinum it. So you can bet your ass I was like, alright, I'm going all the way in on this one. So I started playing it, started getting really deep into it, and I realized pretty quickly that almost everything in this game is designed to just eat up your time and make the hunt as infuriating as possible. There's a trophy for doing all the training pieces, and at this point, if you understanding that it's coming from a new console, and it was done for the PlayStation 4. It was the first Assassin's Creed to be fully on the PlayStation 4. So I understand why you have certain trophies to reintroduce people to the franchise, especially with the last one being Black Flag, that was on both, being such a different game than most Assassin's Creed. It makes sense why they were trying to be really open to new players. But to seasoned players like me, who this is the third time I'm talking about an Assassin's Creed game on this show, let alone having played them, having to go for the I got, what was it called? I wrote it down. Hold on. I wrote it all down. The training trophy, I didn't write it down. It's not a part of my notes, my bad. Um, was actually much more annoying and much more time consuming than I would have liked. Same thing with running through the crowds on certain missions. And while the crowds are a really impressive showing of the power, and that's what they were trying to be, was a showing of power, a showing of oomph for the game, it ends up just slogging down the game's runtime and ends up making fast traveling everywhere a much better option than normally. I have this world that I didn't want to be a part of because it's just like I have to run through crowds and I don't want to have to run through all the crowds all the time. It it pushed the limits of what I was able to tolerate way too far. And that's a shame. Not only that, but let's get back to the trophy. So when I was working on the final thing, when I finally got the platinum trophy, I was working on this game. I was editing a okay, that's everyone. I was editing a best of video, and I was trying to kind of get ahead on some of the works, mainly because I wanted to be ahead in some of my works. I wasn't scrambling the day of, and I told my at the time girlfriend, I was like, "Look, I'm gonna be a little busy. I'm sorry. I know this kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, this is just what I have to do. I have to work on this so I can be sane later." And she was understanding. She was cool and fine with it. And then then I got a text message like, "Hey, do you have time right now?" And she goes, we need to break up." And she did a very "it's not you, it's me" type thing. And I don't know if you've ever been broken up with someone using that phrase, but let me assure you that whenever that phrase gets brought up, it was not them. It was definitely you. You fucked up. And I get it. When I was going for this platinum, I was way too busy to give any person the amount of time that they needed for a healthy relationship, and I was under a lot of stress. I'm still under a lot of stress as I'm recording this. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, all the stress is gone, yay, magic. No, it was a lot kind of going on, and it was definitely just this place of, look, I wish I could give you all the love that I have, because I do still care about her. It's very much a thing where it's like you can love someone but not be with them, which was kind of a hard thing to learn. It wasn't something I expected to learn with that, you know what I mean? But lessons gotta be taught somehow. So that was pretty much the extent of that relationship, and it was just like, okay. So as soon as she broke up with me, like, I had pretty much an hour of like, I need to calm down, but it's also I need to kind of get back into doing stuff and to get back into work before I have like a massive freak out, which is never fun. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be fine. I just need to let me get done with the next goal, and I'll focus on something else, which is what happened. So that's why I got the platinum, and that's how I'm able to have this title for the video. And I try to like deflect a lot, try to minimize things a lot. So after I got the platinum, I was like, at least I'm gonna have a different title for the video. Which is so stupid. It's very much not at all what you want to, like, the takeaway you want from a breakup. But when it happened, I'm like, something good will come from this. And it's sad. that's why positive thinking is something we've been told to do. So, all that being said, let's go to the actual tips and tricks for this trophy. Because even though the online component is a huge component of this game, that being its big fix, you really don't need to be online, save for the fact of 1 actual trophy and 2 possible missions. Now, being good enough at the game, you could definitely complete these 2 missions without another person. I was just unable to do so. So for my tip and guide, I would definitely say get a partner for the tourney co-op mission, and for the I didn't have any medicine, so it's fine. The tourney co-op mission and for the historical artifact heist. Those were the 2 missions that I could not get done by myself, and I need another person. The other trophy that you absolutely need someone to do with you is the choreography. It is, if we're talking straight number, it is straight, like, can you do this without another person? The choreography trophy is the one and only trophy you need to have another person with. 100% is the only trophy you need someone else, which is kind of comforting considering that this game's big angle was co-op. So it was pretty good coming from that perspective, and probably the only thing that this game does that actually saves anyone anytime. And that is an extremely pessimistic way of looking at it, but everything in this game just takes so long to do, and I hated it. And I hated it. There really isn't another way of looking at it. This game is almost designed to waste your time with a lot of the things that it actually do, and that's a shame. Even though like the game, it's like the story itself that it tells isn't good, it is woefully like not worth your time in that regards. But I will give it what credit is due, and choreography is the only multiplayer trophy you absolutely need to have done with another person. So back to the other trophies. Curiosity is the trophy that you get for unlocking every single chest in Paris in the game. These are going to be your white and red ones. Your white and red chests. The blue and gold do not count for this. However, you're not going to be able to do this mission, this trophy anyway, until after sequence 9, after following a side mission quest of occults. Specifically, let me show you of this one. You have to start a whole side mission all the way down to this one, which starts with tall dark strangers, moves into the monks, then the Smolena, and then eventually goes to there, to Flammar Secrets. But unless you start up that side mission, you're not going to be able to get the very last, what ends up being the last treasure chest for a lot of people. So that's something to keep in mind. But so there's all that kind of needs to go into it, and it is a lot to do, and it's just another thing that you don't get anything special for anything in game to kind of finish it, or by doing all these. It's just this extra thing to waste your time, which is again something that this game loves to do, unfortunately. Now I am playing the fully outkitted, so even though I did fail the one time because there was lack of supplies, it is not. I played it kind of rash. This mission should not be this easy. It is one of the easier missions, but that doesn't mean you can just like walk through it like I've been. So keep that in mind as well. Like, fighting this army of people right now is not exactly how this mission's supposed to be going. He's supposed to do it stealthily and whatnot, but I chose not to because I don't know how to Assassin's Creed sometimes. Okay, next trophy we need to talk about is Share the Wealth. You get it for acquiring all of the artifacts and clothing from a single mission. Now this one isn't as bad as you think. You basically just need to play one mission 3 times. I would recommend either playing this one that we've been playing as we've been going, or playing. Let me show you. I either play Heads Will Roll or the Food Chain 3 times. I ended up choosing Heads Will Roll because it was the first one and it just was the easiest. Playing it that time 3 times and you end up getting all of it. You don't even have to play it well. Like, there are all no requirements, which is another thing that's pretty good. You just have to complete it 3 times. So 100% of this game is a bit of a beast, but thankfully you don't have to do that. As you can once again see, I'm only at 91 total sync, which is nice. So you don't have to do everything, but you almost have to. Then there's the Nostra Armas for the Blast from the Past. I think that's what it's called. What's it actually called? From the Past trophy. And that's gonna be for completing all of these, the Nostradamus Enigma trophies. You get one for completing the first one, and then you complete all of the other ones, which there are countless guides online to do. Complete all of those, and then complete the 3 challenges at the very end. At the very end, once you get inside of the secret chamber, and you will get the final, and you'll be able to unlock it. Full Circle, this is another one that's just god awful. Assassin's Creed has always had a kind of mystical elements to it with their pieces, but this was the first one where the end thing was awful as well, which was not as fun as I wish it was. One of the final challenges is just possibly the worst thing ever because of the controls of the game, and I ended up spending almost an hour and a half just trying to make one jump because the controls all really feel gross. Where all the which aren't bad, and there's 5 of them. You have to spend some money to upgrade the cafe theater, and then you'll unlock a new mission. Unlocking a new mission will then also go and unlock different parts of the theater. Each one is a different room, as you can see, as a reward, and each one of them is going to be able to unlock a different part of your hideout, which will eventually unlock the training room, which you can then do the training missions that we've talked about earlier. But once you complete all of them, there's actually a sidebar that you can go to where you can get some coffee or some alcohol. Doing that will unlock the trophy. And once I finish this mission, I'll show you that as well. Which is fun. If we have time, I'll show you that anyway. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to because it looks like I chose one of the longer missions for whatever reason. So complete all that and you'll be good to go, and you'll be good to have a cup of coffee and just watch a play. You have to watch the full play before the trophy will pop. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, unfortunately. I'm also gonna die right here, so it's fine. But all the other trophies you will more or less get are pretty simple and pretty straightforward and don't need an independent segment on this video. Except for the I Got Skills trophy. The I Got Skills trophy is another one of these time killer trophies, unfortunately. What you're gonna need to do for that is that when I get loaded back up, I'll show you. But basically, you have to go and collect all the sync points in the game, and these are god awful. Some of them just require you to and they're not god awful, but they don't show up on the map. You kind of have to without a guide, they can be pretty terrible, but with a guide, they're pretty simple. I did it with a guide. I did the first couple without a guide, kind of just running around and finding things. Then I was like, nope, screw this. I'm gonna go find a guide to take care of all this because I am over this. As you can see with the rewards, there's the like armor chest thing, which I have 1 out of 3, and then the Assassin's Creed logo thing, I have 4 out of 4. What you need to do is you need to go and get all of those, and these will eventually unlock, so you can get the I got skills trophy. For you get about 3 assassin's points for completing the mission on its own. You get 2 to 3 of assassin sync points for completing the mission on its own, and then the other ones you have to go around and find within the mission. They only spawn in the mission, and they won't spawn outside of the mission, which is kind of annoying. But that's just how that is as well, which is really annoying, So what I'm gonna do to kind of like wrap this up, I'm going to Okay. I'm going to end this mission real quick. I'm going to show you where to hang out in the cafe theater, and then I'm going to show you the platinum trophy, and then we'll call this a video. Alright? I'll be right back.